For those of you who want a real monster machine, the Clod Buster has arrived.
I think this is even worse than the gray edition. I mean, they're really pronounced, these molding marks. You can really feel them. Super feel them. And then there's a couple on the hood, on the roof too, that I didn't have on the gray one that you can feel, these round ones. I'm gonna try to sand them off, because that's definitely gonna show with gloss black paint. Okay, I wet sanded it with some 600 grit and then some 1000 grit, and it's perfectly smooth now. You can't see it or feel it. When I build mine, I like to do one axle at a time, and then I put everything I need together. And then I dump the little bags out into this muffin tin. So A, B, C, D, E, you know. And then I've used these for other kits. So F, G, H, I, even up to J for the semi kits. Here's the LED light bar. Let me get it together and see what it looks like. So they have a really nice chrome finish. The lights have a normal receiver plug, so they'll plug right in. And the description said that this will bolt right up to the Clod Buster roll bar, but then one of the reviews said that it didn't actually bolt up. So let me get it together and see. So it does bolt on. Now I just need to decide if I want to use the little covers or no covers. The thing I don't like, and I knew I wasn't gonna like this, is there's just a million wires coming out of the back. So I'm gonna have to try to do something with all that. Here's what I came up with. It came out pretty good, I think. Tucked the wires between the two bars, and then heat shrinked most of it and zip tied it to the rail. And then I'm gonna have to drill a hole in the body, of course, to drop the wires down. But overall, I think it's not too bad. Got the Hot Racing aluminum ladder bars. Only one came with a sticker. This one didn't come with a sticker. This one has a sticker in it. I don't know if they're worth as much as they cost, but they're pretty nice. Okay, after getting them out of the package, they're really nice. I guess they're probably worth the money, I guess. They're all machined. They got the Hot Racing logos etched onto them. They use hex hardware, and they're super lightweight. I don't know if you can tell, but inside here is rounded out, so it articulates on that ball really nice in here. Same thing on this side, it's rounded out inside. And here's how I put these on. It's not hard to do. I just take the tip out of the ratcheting screwdriver and then just push straight down. Done. I got one side done. They're actually really nice. I'm glad I got them now. For the steering, I got the Extreme Racing carbon fiber axle mounted servo. This is the normal one that stands up in the front right here. There's quite a lot of parts in that little bag, and these are cool. The links are really nice. They're black aluminum. I don't know if they're anodized or what, but they're black inside and outside. They're definitely metal. This is pretty cool. It came with RPM servo mounts. I don't know if you can make that out. All right, I got it together. Maybe I'm just too dumb to figure it out, but the 3 screws it came with are not long enough to go through both rod ends and the knuckle, and that's without the conical washers, which you'd need to have. If you don't have the conical washers, you don't get any of this motion. So with the conical washers, it's way too short. So I added 1, 2, 3 conical washers and some longer hardware, and it's just fine now. The other thing that kind of weird is they have it here. They show with the wheels perfectly straight. In order for this to connect, you have to have your servo horn cocked off to the side. Instead of, I don't know why they didn't just make this rod longer. So you know what I mean? So it's gonna have to be off over to the off center like this instead of in the middle. These shocks are 110 millimeters and they look nice, they look good, but I don't recommend them. Do not recommend unless you're willing to put in a little bit of work, because when I got them, they were really rough and gritty feeling, and in fact some of them, when you collapsed them, they wouldn't even pop back out. And I was really disappointed. I wasn't even going to use them. Then I saw on Amazon some of the reviews said to put oil in them, and they have O-rings and two hole pistons, so I filled them up with oil. They didn't leak, and then all of a sudden they were feeling way smoother, but the rebound was ridiculously slow. Like, you would push it down and it would come up like this fast, like super slow, because the holes in the pistons were tiny, and I only had 30 weight oil. So I filled them up with 30 weight oil, and it was way too slow. So I took them back apart, drilled out the piston holes to 1/16, which was the smallest drill bit I had, and now they're feeling pretty good. They're rebounded pretty nice, and they're super smooth now. So out of the box is a no, but if you don't mind working on them, then they're pretty good, especially for the price. I think I got all 8 of these. They come in sets of 4, so 2 sets of 4 for something like 30 bucks. For tires, I got the RC 4-wheel drive Rumbles. They're smaller than stock and way softer than stock, and they have a really square profile. Look at them from the front or the back. I don't really care for the wheels. I think they're too dark. I want to get some nice chrome wheels or some silver ones. And here's the body. I did it in the Tamiya TS14 gloss black. I got one side of the decals done. Pretty much did box art, except for I took off the 4-wheel steering, and then I put on the front sort of an homage to the original Clodbuster. I put the tailgate sticker on the hood, and one other thing I like to do is use my fingernail to push in all these creases around the door and all these body lines, and then I cut these with the X-Acto and push them in. So I messed up on the decals. This one here is supposed to have a red stripe and a silver stripe, and I somehow cut them out wrong, and this one had 2 silver stripes, and then on the other side, when I cut it, I dipped down into the chrome and had a big like section missing. It just looked terrible, so I decided just to go with the red on the bottom. It's not as cool, but it's still pretty cool. And got the LED light bar installed to get the wires dropping in here. Small blower. I actually forgot to paint the tailgate and the front piece here, and so I got to get another can of paint before I can finish. Got all the electronics in. I got this servo from Amazon. The brand is B2 or BETU. I guess it's B2, and it's really quiet compared to those red $20 ones. This one was, I think, $38, but it's 30. I think it says like 35 kilogram, and it's really quiet and fast compared to those other ones. And I spent a good deal of time routing the wires. So I unsoldered the stock wires and I put red and black wire. And I soldered the wires on perpendicular to the motor tabs so that they don't hit the arms. And then I ran the wires up here and along here. And I used the stock ESC for now, and see how it does with the stock motors. I suppose it's gonna do fine. And I got the roll bar lights going, the headlights going. And here it is, pretty much done. The only thing I need to get, I actually ordered some different wheels because I don't like the color on these wheels. So I ordered some silver wheels to match the chassis, and oh, and the rear lockout is coming too. It's not locked out yet.